Hello students, welcome back. Today in this session we will study the remaining part of a chapter, A Letter to God. This is for standard 10th, written by G.L. Fuentes. So let's start to read the remaining part of the chapter, and first we will know what we had studied in the previous lecture. In a previous lecture we came to know that this story is about a farmer named Lancho who had lost his corn crop and that was destroyed by a devastating hailstorm. So let's start to read the further part of the chapter. Let's begin. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lancho thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. So as we know that Lancho has lost his cornfield that was totally destroyed by a huge hailstorm. So he was sure that he would receive help from God. So he decided to write a letter to God asking for some monetary help. And that's why he had told no one dies of hunger, that one hope before him, that only God is there, that who will help him. So he had a hope of God. Here, conscience means an inner sense of right and wrong. So Lancho spent his entire night thinking of the only option left, that he was to seek the help of God, right? And who he had been informed has his eyes and ears everywhere. He thought of writing a letter to God conveying his grievances. He has lost his corn crop and that he had worked hard to grow it up, but left nothing. Lancho was an ox of a man working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family, and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to leave until the crop comes because the hailstorm. Here, ox of a man means hard working. Daybreak, the time in the morning when daylight first appears. So Lancho was a hard-working farmer. Despite spending all these years working at the farm, he still knew how to write. He started writing on the Sunday morning and thought of mailing it himself by going to the town. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to leave until the crop comes because the hailstorm. So here pesos means the basic monetary unit of Mexico. So several other Latin American countries and Philippines. The pesos is a Latin American currencies, right? So in this letter to God, Lancho communicated his poverty-stricken situation as he had lost everything. So he communicated his situation with God and mentioned that he needed 100 pesos to regenerate the crop along with surviving until they are ready to harvest. On the envelope he wrote to God, then at the post office placed stamp on the letter and dropped it in the mailbox, right? Go to next paragraph. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still troubled, went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. The postmaster, a fat, amiable fellow, also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk, commented, what faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting up a correspondence with God. So word meaning, let's get. Amiable means friendly and pleasant. Correspondence means communication by exchanging letters with someone, right? So here, let's get to the explanation. A postman who was also an employee of the post office noticed Lancho's letter and showed it to the postmaster, right? So they both felt amused. They both laughed, but the postmaster, fat and friendly, immediately developed a sense of seriousness. He was astonished at the amount of faith Lancho has in God. So, in order to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea: answer the letter. But when he opened it, it was evident that to answer he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. So let's get the word meaning. Goodwill means friendly, helpful or cooperative feeling or attitude. Resolution, a firm decision to do or not to do something, that is the resolution. And obliged means grateful. So let's explain this paragraph. So with good intentions, the postmaster read the letter and thought of replying to it so as to keep the writer's belief intact, but the writer expected the reply in a different way, right? So that could not be fulfilled with pen, paper and morals. So the farmer had demanded for 100 pesos, and the postmaster, along with his colleague and a few friends who were more than willing to donate for a good cause, that was an act of charity, collected a pool of money to help Lancho, right? It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lancho, and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature: God. So the postmaster read the Lancho's letter and was surprised and impressed by his faith in God's help. He was a kind man, and he collected money from his staff, and he also gave a part of his salary. Though they were not able to collect all the 100 pesos asked by Lancho, but they were able to reach the figure of 70. So he put it in an envelope and wrote from God, because he didn't want Lancho's faith to be shaken. And he wanted Lancho to believe that the money had really come from God, right? It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lancho, and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature: God. So despite his best effort, he was only able to collect, the postmaster was only able to collect an amount of not more than half of that was required. He then addressed it to Lancho along with a letter which was undersigned by God, right? Move ahead. The following Sunday, Lancho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. Lancho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lancho what he had requested. So contentment here, satisfaction. We come to know that next Sunday Lancho came looking for the reply a bit earlier than expected. The postman handed him the letter, waiting to see him joyful and surprised, while the postmaster, feeling satisfied, oversaw it from his office. On the contrary, the farmer got disheartened on seeing that the money was less than what he asked for. So as we know that he asked 100 pesos for monetary help, for his faith is still shaken and he believed that God cannot make such a mistake. Immediately Lancho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink on the public writing table. He started to write with much wrinkling of his brow, caused by the effort he had to make to express his idea. So, on being disappointed, he started looking for ink and paper. For what? To write to God again, right? So, while writing, his eyebrows got curled. He became furious. He was angry out of the concentration with which he was drafting a new request. On complaining, he affixed it with a stamp. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, "God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest, since I need it very much. But don't send it to me through the mail because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks." Lancho. So here we get the explanation. So what Lancho did, as he had written a complaint again to God. So he wrote the complaint, he affixed it with a stamp. As soon as he dropped it into the mailbox, the postmaster took it out to read it. Lancho complained that he had only received 70 pesos and he is really in need of the remaining amount. So he doubted the integrity and the honesty of the post office employees and suggested that the money should not be sent through post office. He doubted that the staff of the post office must have stolen the missing amount. He thought that God cannot do this. If he sent the money as he demanded, he will send the full money as he has written in the letter, but the money as he got, that was not satisfactory. So in his complaining letter, he told don't send the rest of the money via post because they are a bunch of crooks. So what he addressed to the post office employees, he addressed them a bunch of crooks, but he didn't know from where he got these 70 pesos.